So, nice to meet you.
Oh, siamo qua! Ciao Sergio!
Ciao Davide!
Ti sento...
Sei tanto lontano!
Ti sento vicino, guarda, come se fossimo a 1 metro di distanza.
Esatto.
Come sei?
Bene, bene, molto bene, molto bene. A parte la pioggia che abbiamo preso per strada, ma insomma, dai,
Ok,
sono i nodi giusti.
ok. L'importante è che l'alluvione regni sovrana nella pedemontana.
Yes.
Mamma mia ragazzi, fantastico. Va bene, siamo qua di nuovo, ciao a tutti. Buonasera, è bellissimo, il tempo non è bellissimo, ma è bellissimo essere qua. Sergio, cosa facciamo stasera di bello io e te?
Bene, questa sera, cari amici, è un appuntamento molto importante, nel senso che abbiamo un amico, un grandissimo artista, uno dei chitarristi più grandi in assoluto, più bravi in assoluto, ha suonato con chiunque, qualsiasi grande, Ray Charles, Joe Cocker, James Taylor, Crosby, Nash, la lista è infinita.
Name it, you got it.
Yeah. And ovviamente parleremo anche molto in inglese perché il nostro amico ci chiama dall'Oregon, si collega dall'Oregon e quindi ogni tanto intercaleremo qualche battuta in italiano ovviamente per il nostro pubblico, però la maggior parte sarà in English.
Sì, tanto guarda Sergio, tutti parlano inglese molto bene di questi tempi. Ogni tanto dovremmo fare 2 traduzioni per quelli che magari non riescono a beccare tutto, non che becchiamo tutto neanche noi, però insomma ci diamo da fare. Vabbè, niente, io Maurizio Trevisan che è in regia, una regia a livello di via Teurada, adesso manderà una sigla che abbiamo preparato, oh signor, che abbiamo preparato giusto per farvi capire cosa sta facendo in questo periodo Jeff PEVAR. È una cosa straordinaria. Vai, Mauri.
like a child at play. I want to live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate, deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate and deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. I'll take you higher, let music be the guide. If you want to groove with me, join the choir, don't you hide inside. I love the taste of music when it drips from the air. It runs between my fingers and into the roots of my hair. I want to live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate, deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate and deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate and deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Taste the groove sensation.
Wow, wow, that's something, wow. E guardate chi c'è qua sotto. No, siamo troppo fortunati, Sergio, abbiamo degli amici bellissimi e lui è uno di questi e che bello avere amici.
Assolutamente.
Ciao Jeff PEVAR.
Good morning. It's early here in the States.
I know.
What is it in the state? What time is it there?
It's about 10. I mean, early musician time.
Yeah.
But
Early birds.
I understand.
It's late.
Hey, how about the bird that was singing in the video?
Yeah.
Let me know something about her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my wife? Inger Jorgensen.
Oh, is this your wife? Oh, wow.
Inger Nova Jorgensen. Well,
oh, wow.
It's the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Yeah.
It's something beautiful. Wow, the song is great.
Thank you.
Everything's great.
Thank you. It's the opening song from our debut EP CD. The CD is called Anthem, and Groove Sensation is the opening track. And we have our friend Steve DeStanislaw playing drums on this track, who is
great Steve DeStanislaw.
Yeah, he's Crosby, Stills and Nash and David Gilmour, and the band that I had with David Crosby, CPR, with David's son James Raymond, and Stevie was in that too. And we're old friends, and he makes the track sound so beautiful.
We remember we met you probably 20 years ago, more or less, in Spinnenbergo, very close to here.
Nice. I have trouble remembering last week. Never mind 20 years ago. But hopefully I had a good time and you had a good time.
Yeah.
Sure we did. Allora, giusto per dire due parole, quella che abbiamo visto all'inizio è sua moglie, Inger Nova Jorgensen, che è un'artista veramente completa, è una scultrice, una cantante, è straordinaria, tutto quello che fa è arte ed è una persona profondamente, come avete capito, insomma, legata a Jeff PEVAR. Hey Jeff,
Yeah, man.
people down here want more music.
Okay.
So, do you mind if we have one more little clip? Video clip.
You want me to play? Or do you have a video?
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Oh, well, we send the video. We send the video just for beginning of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Monday morning, it's 6 a.m. It's time for me to go to work again. But all I want to do, baby, is lay around and love on you. Wait a minute. Oh, baby. I want you to love me too. I do. Wait a minute. It's 7:30 and I don't care. What you doing is gonna keep me here. All I wanna do, woman, is lay around and love on you. All right, play it. Now, don't call me, because the phone off the hook. Me and my woman gonna try everything in the book. All I wanna do, baby, just lay around and love on you. Baby, I want you to love me too. Look here. All I wanna do, baby. All I wanna do.
All I wanna do, all I wanna do is take it away, Jeffrey. Yeah, all I wanna do. Wow. Wow.
So, Jeff, probably this is one of the highest point of the career of a musician, I think. What do you think? What can you tell me about your playing in that band with that great musician?
Yeah, well, you know, there's no one in the world that has ever been or will ever be like Ray Charles. You know, for me, being a self-taught musician who really didn't know how to read music, to get a chance to play with Ray, and not only get a chance to play with him, but see him react to my guitar playing. Like in that video, you know, I'll play something and he'll go, oh, wow, oh. You know, he used to turn around after I'd play something and turn around and go, you nasty boy. So for me to get that type of reaction from, you know, the king, if you will, of music was an amazing affirmation that I must be doing something okay. And I learned a lot from Ray, how to play the least amount of notes with the most feeling. And every night I'd be playing for him and trying to see if I could get him to react like that. Oh yeah, oh. So, and he took me to Europe and he took me to Japan. It was, you know, I was in my mid-20s at the time. So it was a real renaissance for me in my life to get a chance to work with him. And he brought me out to his own recording studio. I played on one of his records with just the two of us in the studio together. And, you know, the stories are, it's an amazing, amazing opportunity. And I love the idea that in this human existence that people can be of service to one another. So he was in such service to me to teach me things that I probably would never learn with anyone else just because of his talent. And I love that I, in my own way, can be of service to him and make him happy in the performances where he wants to be able to play all different styles, but when he wants to play the blues, that there's this young Jewish kid who can make him go, oh, ow.
Yeah, but so you started with the blues.
You know, I started with a transistor radio to my ear when I was a kid. And I was listening to Motown and I was listening to Top 40 and I was listening, you know, radio in those days was so fantastic because it had everything on one radio station. From Aretha Franklin to Ray Charles to Beach Boys to the Beatles to Motown, everything was on one station. It wasn't like it is now where soft rock and rock and roll, you know. So
yeah, one channel.
That was my first lesson. And then I started, I got some books that had chord symbols on the top of songs that were on the radio. And I just taught myself how to play from those chord symbols. And then I just started playing with musicians. I got hired to play in a band when I was 14 and 15 with guys who were 18 and 19, maybe 20. And I started playing in clubs when I was 14 and 15 years old. My mom used to drive me to rehearsals. So, you know, I decided to leave school in high school, which I don't recommend. I just knew that music was my course. And every band that I've ever played with has been my learning, has been my university. So playing with Ray Charles was my university, and Ricky Lee Jones, and Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Jefferson Starship, and Phil Lesh, and all these different bands have been an opportunity for me to assimilate the role of a musician, understanding this iconic music and putting oneself in that role to not only support the dynamics and the musical flavor of these bands, but also to bring my own interpretation to these bands. And a lot of the bands gave me more and more room once they saw that I was able to add something fresh to their music.
In fact, Jeff, if I can tell you, it's important, and you can see it very much the way why you play together with the rest of the band. You belong to the band. The way you play guitar is linked with the rest of the band. It could be a trio, it could be 4 people, 2 people, or whatever. You don't play by yourself. You play with the other guys.
Yeah, I try to, tell a story. I try to have the music play me. I try to take my ego aside and just, it's not like I think about it too much. I'm just in it. I'm kind of in this mantra,
Allora, traduzione brevissima di tutto questo 5 minuti di discorso. Lui ha cominciato come tutti in piccole band, dove però il fatto di appartenere alla band non era il fatto che lui dovesse essere la persona suprematista all'interno della band, ma essere sempre rispettoso nei confronti del resto della band. Questo non è facile per noi abbiamo un po' un'altra mentalità. Comunque l'ultima parte è che chiaramente, la prima parte era che chiaramente a 25 anni essersi trovato a suonare con Ray Charles forse è stata una scuola insostituibile, che poi ha dato anche spazio a questo tipo di comportamento all'interno della band. L'orchestra insegna. Andrei con un altro video, Mauri, che poi abbiamo un ospite a sorpresa. Jeff, we think we're going with another short video, and then we have a very special guest online. See you then. Wow. I don't know the Grateful Dead that much, but the record, the CD that you gifted to me, I can't stop listening to it.
Awesome.
It's something, it's more than the original to me. I mean, probably the original is very stuck in a certain sound, in a certain kind of music. You made it reborn, you know, just it's unbelievable.
Thank you. Well, it was an amazing opportunity. I got asked to play with Phil Lesh, the bass player from the Grateful Dead, and he has been doing shows called Phil and Friends. And there was a lot of great guitar players who had been there before me, Robin Ford and John Schofield, and you know, some of my biggest heroes. So I got asked to do a run of shows, and they sent me a book of 70 songs to learn for the tour, partly because they'll play many nights in the same venue. Like we played the Beacon Theater in New York City for 6 nights, and he doesn't want to play the same songs every night. So it was like a cramming for a college test to learn these songs. And shortly after I did that tour with Phil, who's just a sweet, sweet man, and it was such an honor to play with all those amazing musicians in the band, I got asked to do Jazz is Dead, which is basically the idea of Jazz is Dead. It's an interpretive ensemble. So the idea is the musicians encapsulate the compositions in a totally interpretive fashion. And so the musicians who were in Jazz is Dead were 3 of my huge heroes, Rod Morgenstein and T. Lavitz from the Dregs, formerly the Dixie Dregs, and Alfonso Johnson bass from Weather Report. And I got the phone call to see if I was interested, and they told me who the musicians were. I said, oh my God, all right, well, where do I come audition? And they said, no, you don't need an audition. You have the gig if you want it. And I'm like, oh my God. So I realized these musicians, I believe, are miles beyond my abilities. So I decided to be very proactive into the arrangements to make them so they weren't so difficult for me to play, because in the Dregs, there's a guitar player named Steve Morse who, you know, I don't do that. You know, I only have my own little sphere. Anyway, long story short, we took this music and we made it very special. And I'm so honored and so thrilled that I had a chance to play with a number of my great heroes. The original band was that, and then the second band of Jazz is Dead was with Billy Cobham on drums, Kenny Gradney on bass, T. Lavitz. And I just actually found a box of videos from those tours that I took.
We won them.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a little time in the next little bit and start uploading some of these songs.
That's one more great story, man. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff PEVAR. Ancora un'altra storia con questa orchestra che suona questa musica dei Grateful Dead con degli arrangiamenti straordinari. Trovate il disco, ascoltate, è veramente bellissimo. Io devo dire 2 cose. Una a riguardo del fatto che c'è. Ciao Mauri.
Ciao Davide.
Riguardo del fatto. C'è Maurizio qui, ciao Mauri.
Sì, volevo avvisarti. Ciao Jeff.
Sì.
Ciao Jeff, grande, great. L'unica parola che so. Ciao. Ascolta,
Va bene.
il nostro amico ospite, Davide, c'è il nostro amico ospite. Ok.
Sì, arriva un minuto, devo dire 2 robe. Una, che Jeff è un altro dei musicisti che vogliamo qui su questa piattaforma, e anche Jeff, anche se non sembra vero, è un musicista disoccupato attualmente, quindi c'è un link per le donazioni. Se volete offrirgli una birra, anche una birra è gradita, il link scorre lì sotto, potete fare un PayPal e sarà molto apprezzato. E la seconda cosa è che siamo tutti belli allegri, però è successo che oggi abbiamo perduto un amico con il quale abbiamo suonato e convissuto e fatto tante cose a Venezia. Io ho avuto il piacere di vederlo anche nella sua Cuba un paio d'anni fa, e abbiamo perso Alberto, un amico, e siamo tutta questa comunità di gente che mi ascolta e che lo conosceva bene è accomunata da qualcosa che ci manca in maniera molto particolare.
Perché Davide lo abbiamo nominato la settimana scorsa con i Banda, poi arriva i Barbari, e quindi...
Ciao Alberto. Ciao Alberto.
We're giving a salute, Jeff, to a friend of us, a musician from Venice, Alberto D'Amico, who died this morning.
So we just stole 2 minutes from your time. I'm sorry, but that's very touchy for us. That's great pain. Anyway, we have a special guest for you, man.
Yeah.
The man that made us meet. And I love this man also because he's a great guy. Francesco Lucarelli da Roma.
Hey! Hey, Francesco. Look at that smile. Look at that smile.
That's probably...
Wow.
È fantastico. That's great. That's such a deep voice. That's beautiful. Wow. Francesco. Mamma mia.
I don't know if he knows that voice is on. Do you think so?
Yeah.
It's a horror movie.
Francesco, c'è un problema forse con la voce, perché si sente molto bassa, molto...
No, ma no. Dai, ci sei? Ciao, Mauri, via Terrada, we have a problem with the audio from Francesco. We try to manage. Then we go on with another video, if you like. And Mauri vai con un altro video quando vuoi. And then we fix that. Wow, that's powerful. That's raw power. Raw stars.
Francesco, come va?
Back when I had hair.
It's my David Crockett hat. No way.
Francesco, probabilmente ci sono dei problemi. Francesco, non riusciamo a sentirti, Francesco. Vedi se riesci a sostituire il microfono. Okay.
He's got a problem with the microphone. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, tell me something about that video.
Yeah. So that video.
The power.
That was the second Jazz is Dead tour, where I was playing with three of my favorite musicians. Billy Cobham on drums, who is a legend, Mahavishnu Orchestra, and his own ensemble. Kenny Gradney from one of my favorite bands in the world, Little Feat, who I've had a chance to sit in with Little Feat, I don't know, half a dozen times. So that's been such an honor because I just love their music so much. And of course, T. Lavitz. And this was during the tour. We were doing, I think, around 2002. And that song was the version, interpretation I came up with for the song Tennessee Jed. And I was using a very small little papoose guitar.
That's crazy. Sounds great. Wow.
Yeah, it's my Dumble. I have a Dumble amplifier that was a gift from
Grant. That's why. All right.
It sounds like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's such an honor to play with those musicians. And it's the thing that I love about that video the most is the guy in the front row who's just going like this.
Yeah. In fact, Jeff, I was asking you, do you know him? Did you know him?
An audience member who just had to be right up front, and I just love his energy. I love his energy.
Okay, that sounds great. We're sorry we cannot manage with Francesco. He has a problem with the microphone.
Yeah.
We hope we can manage. So I think we're going to go with another video, which is very special to me. I'm sorry. I insisted for that. But,
okay.
By Mauri.
I have some percussion tracks that are added by a beautiful percussionist from the band The Subdudes. His name is Steve Amity. space and it has a lot. That old lion, lying in a cage, been off his own leg in the rage, in the rage, in the rage, in the rage. In a way, hit by fish in a wide river, saying who's the gift, who is the giver? It's a matter of choice where you go. Does it give you a voice just to know that you're here? You're here, that you're here.
Wow.
Wow.
I need to say one thing. I don't know, probably it's not your favorite version of your song, but I love it for two reasons.
Because I'm playing the guitar.
No. Audience participation.
Right.
Oh, the harmonies, the audience singing harmonies.
Right.
And clapping hand and everything.
We are the audience.
We were in the audience.
We're in the audience.
And also, of course, I'm honored you playing one of my guitar in that way. And so I'm finished. I'm done. Tell me about the song.
Play one of your guitars always, brother. Yeah. In fact, I have one right there.
Wow, look at that. I know that, baby.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the song. Tell me about the song.
Ok.
Abbiamo Francesco che ha cambiato il device. Vediamo se funziona.
Ok.
Hi, Francesco.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, finalmente.
Oh.
Ok.
Hey. Ciao.
There we go.
Ciao, Francesco.
Let's go.
Stavamo chiedendo.
Nice to see you, my friend.
Ciao.
Ciao, ragazzo.
Everybody good?
Stavamo chiedendo a Jeff delle spiegazioni sulla canzone Little Blind Fish.
Okay.
Allora, Jeff, can you go on with the story of Little Blind Fish?
Sure. So I was invited, after playing with David Crosby and Graham Nash for a number of years, starting in the early 90s, David Crosby met a young man named James Raymond, who was his son. They had never met before. And that's a longer story, but they decided, well, David told me about meeting his son and told me that he got a tape from his son that was amazing, just beautiful music, a very, very inspired, very developed musician. And he played me this tape and he said, listen, I have this idea of putting a band together with my son and with you, with me. And so CPR was born. And at that point in time, we got together in numerous ways to write songs for this first record. I was living on the East Coast. David was living on the West Coast. And every once in a while, we'd come together. But this particular song was a song that he had been messing around with for a number of years. And in fact, I think there's a version of Crosby, Stills and Nash kind of messing around with the lyric, but he said it didn't capture what he was wanting for the song. So it had really never been finished. So he sent me the text of this music. And I was living in New York City at the time, and I had just gotten back from a blues jam down on Bleecker Street in Greenwich Village, and I was kind of feeling the blues, and I got these lyrics, and I picked up my guitar, and bam, it just totally came out immediately. And I sent it to him, and he said, "Put your name at the top of the page." And that was the very first song that David Crosby and I ever wrote together. We weren't in the same room. I wrote the music, and he wrote the lyrics.
That sounds great. Total to me, my number one. That's my number one.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's such a simple little, kind of earthy blues poem. And
the groove,
yeah,
the groove and the story, and oh wow,
nice,
God,
nice.
that's perfect.
Well, I'm honored.
Perfect song.
I'm honored that anyone.
Bye, Francisco. Bye, Francisco.
Likes this stuff.
So the great thing about knowing Jeff is that it's kind of part of half of my life, because we met a long time ago.
Yes, we did.
And following the music through what he's been doing during this year, it's been quite a trip, because it's very enriching from musical point of view and from the human point of view, because as you had the chance to experience by yourself, whenever you meet Jeff, is such a humble guy, at the same time one of the greatest musicians, and so you can feel like you're talking to a friend, and you're learning just standing by his side, or listening to his stories, which are always amazing. And I remember, so I have a very short story I'd like to share with you guys, which is just to give an idea of who this guy is. I was in Florida back in 1993, attending some Crosby & Nash shows where Jeff was playing, and it was, I guess, his first major tour with them. And after one gig in Orlando, they were going to be playing close to Miami, so it's place is very familiar to you, Davide. And they were going to be playing at the Sunrise Musical Theater, and me and Jeff drove down there together. And as a matter of fact, he also had some other gigs coming up. So there was one especially where he was in the house band for a tribute to Jimmy Webb, and which was going to be played at the Beacon, I guess, in New York a few weeks later. And so Jeff was, at a certain point, he said, "Excuse me, Francesco, but I had to go back to the back seat to rehearse." So it was a great part of the trip when I was listening to Jeff rehearsing Jimmy Webb songs in the back seat of the rental car I was driving. And there's been so many different times that and different chances to spend time with Jeff, and always learning from him. Like when me and Stefano Forlano, my friend Stefano, went to California to record with Jeff a few years later. So there's many of them. I'm just very happy to have met him, and honored to having him helping me with some of my music. And
well,
so,
coming from you,
may I say something in Italian? Just a few words.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just a few words.
Just 2 words to translate.
Come ha detto Francesco, la cosa incredibile di Jeff, e anche Inger, che poi vedremo, è che oltre ad essere grandi musicisti, sono persone molto semplici, molto amichevoli, passi volentieri il tempo con loro, parli di varie cose. È una cosa veramente, è stata una scoperta e un piacere enorme, e ti ringrazio, Francesco, direttamente, perché tutto è un cerchio. E quindi lo dico per gli amici italiani, insomma.
Well, you know,
molti hanno avuto il piacere di conoscere Jeff e suonare con Jeff anche qui.
I was just going to say, those kind words from Francesco means a lot to me because he's such a fantastic man and a fantastic musician. All you guys are, and we've all had a chance to play music together, which I'm very grateful for. Francesco and I go back a long way, and he was there at the beginning of the very first experiences I had with Crosby and Nash, and he was very helpful. And you know, we kind of had a chance to experience this new combination together. And since then, Francesco and I have stayed in touch, and he's been very, very helpful to Inger and I to helping get us gigs and performances in Italy, as you all have. Been so supportive.
We didn't know much anyway.
Well, so supportive of us coming there and having amazing experiences and meeting such amazing people. And I do want to plug this beautiful song that Francesco brought to me called "We Will Rise," and there are videos on the.
We saw it.
If you get a chance to look at Francesco Lucarelli, "We Will Rise," it's a song I'm very, very proud of being involved with, helping produce, and Inger and I worked on the lyrics a little bit, and it's a beautiful song. And Francesco's working on his own songs, and I've been involved with a few of them. So anyway, just giving my friend Francesco a plug because he's such a beautiful man.
Yeah. I agree with you. Great song, great man. Thank you, Francesco, for letting us be here today. It's all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Grazie. Grazie, Francesco.
Ciao.
Now,
saluta gli amici.
we have to go on with the show. If we could stay here forever.
We could
I
just,
know, but we have to go on with the show. Ciao, Francesco. Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. We go with another one video. We're almost at the point when you will meet your beautiful lady and do something together. No. You play music together. Okay. Okay. A stupid Italian
it's
joke.
fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Bye, Mauri. Thank you.
I don't need no doctor. For my whole leg is gone. I don't need no doctor. I don't need no doctor. For my whole leg is gone. I don't need no doctor. 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 I don't need no doctor.
Wow. What a nice memory.
Wow. Danny is something. Wow.
Oh,
he's
a great musician from California, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Danny Korchmar was in a band called The Section. And The Section was a band that played on everyone's records. So Carole King Tapestry, Warren Zevon, James Taylor, all the early records. I mean, I listened to Danny Korchmar when I was a baby.
Fianco,
So yes, that's right. So to get a chance to play with Danny in a couple different bands has been
that's crazy. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Your phrasing, guitar, you just, are we there? Can you hear me?
Now I do.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
I asked you this before.
Davide, abbiamo qualche problema di linea, Davide. Proviamo a mandare un brano perché ti sentiamo un po' a...
It's okay, he was giving me a compliment. I don't need to hear it.
No. Why? Of course you come out from the blues rock kind of school. But in a certain way, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're still
just trusting you this already. You're not a jazz musician, and that you answered me that comes from you. You don't study jazz. You don't do nothing like that. So.
Well, I wouldn't say I don't know nothing, but I didn't I didn't really go that route of a jazz musician. But I know a little bit about jazz. I mean, jazz. When it comes down to style, I like to think that I'm a little bit of an everything musician, and I didn't just come from jazz, or I didn't just come from blues, but I do understand some of the things about jazz. And a lot of people, to get to be a jazz musician, they play jazz all the time, and they have a commitment of studying modes and studying jazz, becoming very familiar with jazz. So I'd like to think that more so I kind of dabble in a lot of different styles and try not to get too hold into any one style, so I can have a lot of different musical influences involved with my playing, from folk to country to bluegrass to jazz to rock to everything,
Just to hear, you're a jazz player. I'm telling you, you're a jazz player. Considering jazz as the sum of, anyway, we have a problem with connection. Check your connection, please, while we send the last video, and after that, I hope I can see Inger.
Well, thank you for playing that video with Danny. I really enjoyed reliving that memory. And Danny is an amazing guitar player and one of my heroes. And again, it's another opportunity that I had to meet someone that I had seen their name on records and get to chance to not only share music, but to become friends. And Danny's an amazing musician, a fantastic songwriter. And he wrote a lot of pieces for James Taylor and for Don Henley that became huge hits, Dirty Laundry and All She Wants to Do Is Dance. And I think he wrote Machine Gun Kelly, and his songwriting is huge. But thank you for playing that. That was actually an opportunity for the two of us to just do a duet. And we did a few shows like that. And as the two of you are familiar with, sometimes if I'm not bringing a whole band around, I'll bring some tracks that are pre-recorded. And just to give us an opportunity to play lead guitar instead of having to cover everything with strummy, you know, on the acoustic. It's a chance to do what we do on top of that, like if we were playing in a full ensemble.
Some chorus too.
Yeah, there's some things that we.
Jeff, introducing the next video. So we're talking about Grateful Dead. We're talking about and also
Ray Charles.
Yeah, but mostly we talk about some Californian heroes, bands that you took part, or musicians that you played with, CPR, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and whatever. And the next one is one of the best one, I think.
My memory.
I don't know what you're going to play, so.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, come on.
Just wait a few minutes.
All right.
It's coming.
I know.
Those dancers gliding around, seems as if their feet don't hardly touch the ground. And smiling like they knew one another, and they never would come down. Turn around, hold me. I'd like to see your face so long, hoping the sun would go. That I can't see to steer by. Stick around, sticking around, to see your face so long, hoping the sun will go. But I can't hear who gets breakfast, who gets donuts, who gets to be the boss of this bunch, who will steer, turning, see your face so long, hoping the sun.
Yeah, what a solo. I like it when you turn your head away. Ah, my God.
I'll have to work on that one.
That's orgasm. Wow. I'm sorry. You know how I love this song. My fault. My fault.
Oh,
I wanted, yeah, I'm sorry. I love that.
You don't have to be sorry, brother.
You know how many people wish they were you on that stage?
Right.
Million, almost all of my friends. Million people want to be you in that moment, that orgasm. Wow.
Well, someone's got to do it. So I just happen to be fortunate enough to be there now.
No, we're happy enough just to know you, and everybody knows you better. Such a beautiful guy you are. And we're lucky. We are very lucky.
We are all lucky, man. You know,
right.
That's how this planet is supposed to work. You know, that people are supposed to be there for one another and support one another and have common goals. You know, that's something that's really missing, and especially in this country, which is, it's so hard for most of us to see what's going on. But maybe this experience will make us humble and find out what's really important in the world. Yeah, you know, the whole thing is so tough. You know, I don't know what the answer is, but I think the idea that people stop trying to just think about themselves and think about everybody. And I know that's a huge thing to try to encapsulate. So all we can do is do what we do the best we can and offer out music in a loving way and offer out generosity to each other and try to heal this crazy planet. I don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, we all do what we can do in our own little ways. And hopefully we'll all learn from what's going on now to make the world a better place. That's at least my wish, you know?
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you for saying that. You know, I consider myself very fortunate. I used to say that I was really lucky. I think that luck can be blind, and I think fortune is something that one can make happen through their dreams, through their desires, through their commitment, you know, to what it is that they believe in or what it is they want to accomplish. And I knew from a very early age that music was going to be my life. And I started playing in clubs when I was an early teenager, and I knew that I wanted to do this more than anything. So the opportunities have been, I've been fortunate not only to be in a place where I could influence opportunities to happen. And I encourage anybody and everybody in the world to not let their self-doubt talk them out of opportunities that they might be able to have happen. If I had listened to the voice that said, well, you don't read music, you can't play with Ray Charles, I wouldn't have. And instead the voice said, Jeff, you're an amazing musician. You have this opportunity. You should grasp it. And if the worst that happens and you're told that you're not good enough, then at least you tried. And fortunately, what I was able to do, even though I didn't read music well, playing guitar in an orchestra like that, I learned what it is that I need to do that's on the page and bring in my own interpretation. And to me, that's kind of like that's what this world is about. You know, you bring in what you are, you believe in yourself, you bring in what you are to the world and offer that out with grace and strength and integrity. And then you create, you create generosity, you create love, you create opportunities for yourself and for others. You be of service to others while you are also serving yourself. And that's the best that anybody can do, I think.
Yeah, we share that. 100%. We share that. Thank you, buddy.
Jeff,
thank you, buddy.
You told you are a lucky guy.
Fortunate.
Because Isn't it? Where is Inger?
Yeah. Speaking of, let me bring out.
Is she around?
I'm not only fortunate but lucky. And we're here on a beautiful morning, a Friday morning here. It's about 11 o'clock, and look who happens to be here.
Hey,
it's Inger.
Ciao, Inger.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Ciao, Inger.
Ciao.
Inger è l'artista straordinaria di cui parlavamo all'inizio. È un artista a 360 gradi, anche di più, anche 370. Lei fa tutto con arte, sorride con arte. È una scultrice incredibile. Guardate i suoi lavori, la sua pagina. È una roba allucinante. Canta come un hummingbird. What's a hummingbird? You sing like a hummingbird. È il colibri. È incredibile. Would you please sing a couple of songs for us, for everybody? And I just remember, ultima cosa, la donazione per Jeff e Inger, che al momento sono anche loro in stand-by. La potete fare collegandovi al link che grande Maurizio Trevisan fa scorrere sotto il video. I'm just talking about the donation, the PayPal thing. I know it's not nice, but
we support music. We try to support music.
That's a part of the show.
But
I do want to talk about Inger just for a minute, if I can.
Yeah. No, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah. So not only am I so honored, to be in this amazing relationship, and Inger is not only a fantastic writing, a composing musician, and I'm very proud of the music that we've composed together, and we produced this record, Anthem, which is a 5-song EP that's out, and it's on our website at PEVAR.com for anyone who would like to order it, and we would love you to have it. But Inger is, as far as I'm concerned, and many others, she's a master sculptor and painter. And those of you who haven't seen her work need to go to IngerJorgensen.com.
Inger Nova Jorgensen.
Inger Nova. INGERNOVA JORGENSEN.
Yeah.
Very good.
And see her paintings and sculptures. I'm very proud of the work that she's doing, and she's starting to hit big now. People are picking up her artwork, and it'd be very fortuitous for those who can grab them while they're now at this price before they skyrocket.
My agent here.
I'm just so proud that she's, been selling her work and she's becoming more and more in demand as people find out about her. So anyway, that's my plug for Inger Jorgensen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
May I say something?
Yeah.
Jeff, since we love you, the way you play your music, your story, your whatever. But since we've known also Inger, we love Inger too. That's what.
Crosby always does that. You remember?
I do. Sure.
I took that from Crosby, which I love so much. It is in my dream forever, and it's so good to see you guys together.
Yeah.
You're just one more perfect couple. I know a couple of them. You're one of them.
Well,
thank you so much.
That happens.
Let's stop with compliment. Let's play something.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, there's something that happens when the sum of the parts come together. So whether it's a band or it's two people who co-create together, who create something bigger than the individual parts. And she certainly doesn't need me to create her sculptures. But when we play our music together, something else happens, and she's brought so much into my life. So anyway, I'll play.
I'm going to stand.
Okay. We're going to play a song from our first EP together, and this is called Salt, Sand, Sky, Blue. Do you want to tell anything about the song?
Yeah, we actually wrote the song on our honeymoon in Costa Rica. So Jeff and I have been together 16 years, but we kind of waited a long time to get married. So we just had a honeymoon a number of years ago, just about 3 years ago. So yeah. So this song was written on a beach, and just very fabulous moment in our lives. And if you've never been to Costa Rica, I highly recommend it.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
I do want to thank David Crosby for giving me this beautiful guitar made by Roy McAllister.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a glorious instrument. And I know Davide would appreciate it because he's such a luthier. It's a beautiful guitar. Anyway.
That's monster guitar.
Yes.
McAllister is great.
One of my new favorite acoustics that
Yes.
Jeff has, for sure.
Salt, Sand, Sky, Blue.
Take a ride straight to the sun. Marvel while you wait for no one. Gather your thoughts and throw them to the wind. You can't wait for that moment, 'cause it's already been. Does it ease the mind to travel wide? Do you let your dreams settle to the correct side? Do you only feel when it's hit you like a storm? What you see if you look into me. Salt, sand, sky blue. Salt, sand, sky blue. I see your eyes, your silhouette, begging time to forget. In the end, the sun will set, asking time to forget. All those years gone by can cut you like a dull blade. Do Do you only stop searching once your bed is made? To the edge of this mind game, I will ride in spite of myself. Then I'll come on home to you, set my questions on the shelf. Does it ease the mind to travel wide? Do you let your dreams settle to the correct side? Do you only feel when it's hit you like a storm? What you see if you look into me, salt sand, sky blue, salt sand, sky blue, salt sand, sky blue, salt sand, sky
Wow, it's just like having you here. I like that. I love that. I miss that.
Well, here in the United States, it's pretty early to be singing. So
No, it's okay. It's great.
Yes, it's awesome. It's
Yeah,
great
you just
growth.
With you all.
Yeah, with everybody.
So again, that song is on our EP Anthem, and it is available at www.PEVAR.com for those of you who would like to purchase our CD.
That's right.
That was a great time.
I didn't. Yeah, David Crosby actually sings on that song on the record. We played him the song, and he goes, "I have to sing on this." And I'm like,
okay,
all right. Yeah.
He plays that line, that beautiful harmony. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. You know, one thing I wanted to give a plug to our friend Ernesto Juan Castellanos, who did the video of Groove Sensation for us.
Fantastic.
Ernesto has been doing these concerts online, live jam.
The Havana Jam
79, and he's been working on this documentary of the festival in Havana for years, and he decided to put together combinations of musicians from Cuba, from all over the world, and he invited us to be involved. And these are videos that everyone, I think, should really get a chance to see, because there's all these amazing musicians that are all brought together, and everyone does their own video, but he did the video for us for Groove Sensation, and I just want to thank him very much for doing that.
Yeah,
that's right.
You can see those on YouTube at Havana Jam.
Yeah, and we'll be updating those videos of our own on our own website. So yeah, so I just wanted to put in that plug. Thank you, Ernesto.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So what do you want to do? 1 hour is gone. But you want to have one more song or something?
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, you're on the jazz side.
Yeah, on that side.
Well, you know, again, any guitar can be, you can play any type of music on any guitar.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But we, you know, Inger sings a lot of styles of music, and we both love lots of styles of music. And we chose this song because, didn't we see the movie?
Yeah, this is a song from the movie The Color Purple. And I feel like right now it's a pretty good song to be singing with all that's going on in the US and all over the world. So yeah, let's just.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sister, you've been on my mind. Sister, we're two of a kind. So, sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I bet you think I don't know nothing but singing the blues, my sister. Have I got news for you? I'm something. I hope you think that you're something too. Scuff Lane, I've been up that lonesome road and I've seen a lot. Sun's going down, oh baby, now trust me. No low life's gonna run you around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twisters. Gonna steal your stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. I've been up that lonesome road and I've seen a lot. Sun's going down, oh baby, now trust me. No low life's gonna run you around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twisters. Gonna steal your stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. So shake your shimmy, sister. 'Cause honey, this girl is feeling fine. Ooh.
Wow, that's great singing. Oh my gosh. Oh, 11:30 in the morning, 11.
It's early for us, for sure.
Yeah, I know. Wow, that's great singing.
If I remember, Reverend Gary Davis said that you sing very well in the morning, early in the morning. Is it true? Whoa.
It's not true.
Well, it's true for you.
It's definitely tight, but you know, we're getting through it.
That was great fun.
Some of it is just the intention, because at a certain point, you know, I sometimes watch some of the videos of me playing and I just, you know, get disgusted because my expectation is so much higher than the reality. But at a certain point, you kind of accept that you're only a human being. And if you just forgive yourself for being a human being, then you just get on and just do what you do.
Wow. Congratulations, guys. Love you always more and more. Thank you so much. Everybody here loves you. Can't wait to have you back.
We're so excited to come back to Italy. I mean, it was such an honor to be there for 2 years and have meet all these amazing people. And I saw Francesco was on earlier, and you know, just being there, it's surrounded with all the art for me and all the music and all the beautiful people. Everyone's so passionate. It's a really special experience for us. So we're thrilled to be able to come back. You know, we were supposed to come back this year, so hopefully next year.
Well, you know, Speaking of that, I do want to thank a few people. Our friend Lelo Panico, who played with us at Big Mama with his beautiful band, and he invited me to do a master class at the St. Louis School of Music in Rome, which was one of the highlights of my life. To get a chance to do a master class on guitar for the students in Rome, I'm just still vibrating from how exciting that was for me. Of course, our friend Adolfo Gali, who is a fantastic friend of ours and has been helping us do shows as well, and has been involved with all these shows that we've been doing with Crosby for years.
Yeah, he was promoting with Nash. I remember Nash thanking Adolfo at one of your shows many years ago. I don't remember when, but I remember Graham Nash saying thanks to Adolfo. I remember that. I don't know why. I don't know.
He's out there. Hi, Adolfo.
Yeah,
because we miss him.
And the other thing that we did on this last tour was play at the Cremona Festival. So I want to thank Alessio Ambrosini for inviting us to come and perform at this beautiful guitar festival, which your guitars, Davide, were at.
Oh yeah, right. Thank you for that. I didn't remember.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
But all you guys, we've made some beautiful friends over there, and we can't wait to come back and do some more music for you over there. Thank you.
We will in a while. I promise.
Maybe if it's next year,
we'll make it happen.
We hope so.
Prizes or whatever, something even more.
Ok, dopo tutti questi complimenti, abbiamo fatto tutta una serie di complimenti a noi, da Jeff e Inger, perché qua si trovano bene, per forza, tutti gli vogliono bene, e noi a loro, viceversa, per essere così disponibili è veramente imbarazzante. Però dobbiamo avvicinarci alla fine, io chiederei loro di fare ancora un pezzo e dopo ci salutiamo. So we're getting to the end. 1 hour is gone since 35 minutes. So
it's always more than 1 hour, but anyway.
Yeah.
We like it.
And again, to thank our friend Francesco Lucarelli for stopping in and offering his low bass vocal to the show. But even more than that, his friendship and this beautiful video that Ernesto Juan Castellanos made for us of We Will Rise. So everyone has to check out that beautiful video. It's a beautiful song, and it's a very important message for what's going on in this world. We will rise. Please look at that and visit Inger's website and my website for more updates and to see the beautiful art of Inger Jorgensen. We will be bringing you more music, and thank you all for.
If I remember, Jeff, there is another one playing, Marco.
Yes.
Marco. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
And
that's a fantastic guitar
playing and his singing.
Marco Cecilia is a fantastic guitar.
Fantastic.
So good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So what do you think? One more song, and then we say, see you soon.
You want to play, or what do you want to do?
Did you find?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Sure. We'll do another original song. And I want to put down this guitar and get the acoustic guitar. Do you want to tell them about this song?
Oh, let's see. Well, this song is actually a song about art. I wrote the lyrics many years ago, and as you'll hear in the lyrics, there's a lot of reference to color and how the world becomes alive through color, and so it's also a song that I want to dedicate to all of you out there who we miss so much. It's called Back to Me. All the colors, they are fading, slowly shifting, shades of blue.
'Cause tonight I am alone here, and it feels like I'm just making do. Soon you'll come back to me. And all the colors will fill the room. 'Cause you are crimson, you are violet. Reminds me of everything that is you. I'm gonna wait for you to help me paint the sky. And when I see you smile, my world becomes alive. Shades of all we are and all that we could be. If I could paint the scene, I would help you find the way back to me. Help you find the way back. Time is flying by, feel the wind against your skin. The sound of your heart beating next to mine again. Help you find the way back to me. Oh yeah. Help you find the way back. Mango sun is slowly rising, waking the angels, fading stars. I'll use turquoise to paint my eyes now. Oh baby, don't resist me. We've come too far. I'm gonna wait for you to help me paint the sky. And when I see you smile, my world becomes alive. Shades of all we are and all that we could be. If I could paint the scene, I would help you find the way back to me. Help you find the way back to me. Help you find the way back to me. Oh yeah, now. Help you find the way back.
Thank you, guys. That was beautiful. I'm wow. I'm speechless. Thank you so much. Love you.
We love you.
Thank you so much, Inger Nova Jorgensen. We love you so much. Thank you, Maurizio Trevisan. The guy up there.
There he is.
Thank you, Maurizio.
Ciao, Jeff. Thank you for beautiful songs.
Be here and share them with you, my friend. Thank you for all what you all do together. It's a beautiful thing to bring people together, to bring music out to the world, to celebrate joy. That's it.
I love it.
So anytime, it's an honor to be here. And thank you for everyone for tuning in and sharing this moment with us.
Thank you, Sergio Polito.
Sergio.
No, wait. Hey, surprise. I have a surprise for you. Look that.
Oh
wow. I see.
This is the first time we met again since probably December. December, because in January he went to America, and then he came back, and then the COVID and whatever. This is the first time that we met in December.
Good.
All right.
We don't kiss each other.
So I have to say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Maurizio.
Davide,
Goodbye.
scusami.
Davide,
prima di mandare la sigla finale, Groove Sensation, ricordiamo la prossima settimana, nuovo artista.
Sì, la prossima settimana abbiamo un altro chitarrista che vive qui a Pordenone, un chitarrista straordinario. Vi dico solo il nome: Enrico Maria Milanesi. Quindi ho già detto anche troppo.
Salutiamo Jeff ed ascoltiamo nuovamente la bellissima Groove Sensation.
The new meeting for next week.
Next week we have one more guitar player, extraordinary, just like you, extraordinary. We love you. Inger. Ciao Jeff. Ciao Maurizio. Ciao Sergio. E ciao Alberto D'Amico. Ciao Alberto D'Amico.
Send our love to Franca.
Ciao. Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ciao Alberto.
Bye.
If you want to groove with me, join the choir, don't you hide inside. I love the taste of music when it drips from the air. It runs between my fingers and into the roots of my hair. I want to live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate, deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate and deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Like dark chocolate and deep red wine, I taste the groove sensation. Live in music, breathe in music, know the good vibration. Taste the groove sensation.